Hey everyone, got another standard deck for you. So today's deck is an Azorius Tempo deck. One of the pro players, Evan Faust, piloted his version of the deck to a 9-1 record for the standard portion of the most recent Pro Tour. And as soon as I saw what the deck did, I had to play it. This particular deck is slightly different, but the idea behind the deck is the same. Send your opponent's spells to exile and then make them harder to cast. And so the way you do that with this deck is you airbend or plot their spells back to exile using Aang, Swift Savior, and then Aven Interrupter. Aven Interrupter is the important card because when the spell is plotted, it costs 2 more to cast from exile. So if you airbend a card to exile, it'll cost 2 more, 2 to cast from being airbent. And then Aven Interrupter also puts that extra 2 plot tax on it, and those abilities stack if you have multiple Aven Interrupters on the battlefield. Pretty nice. So it makes them really hard to recast their spells from exile. And then you slam the door shut with High Noon, making it where a player can only cast one or more or one spell each turn, which is really nice. Then the deck also has some creatures that kind of help with the strategy. You have Flood Pit's Drowner that stuns a creature and then shuffles it back into their library. Voice of Victory is really important because it makes it where your opponents can only cast spells on their turn, not on your turn. And so it just really isolates them as far as what they're able to recast. Another thing about all our creatures is that they all have power of 2 or less, with the exception of Enduring Curiosity. This plays in nicely to the Enduring Innocence, which gets that power 2 or less trigger that lets you draw a card once a turn. And then you have some more card draw with the Enduring Curiosity. Then with the rest of the deck, it's just kind of to help control the board state in your favor. Aside from High Noon, we have 3 copies of the Avatar's Wrath, which lets you airbend all the creatures on the battlefield. You can choose one to save, but the rest get airbended and they have to be recast from exile. You have full 4 copies of Seam Rip to get rid of some pesky 1 or 2 drops. Really helpful against the Badger Mole Cub. Same thing with Spell Snare. And then you just round it out with 2 copies of No More Lies. So the deck does have some red mana requirements, but you can actually get through that with the multiple versal passage and starting town, which fulfills that mana requirement. And then if you have extra mana available in the late game, you can just boost your team with Abandoned Air Temple, which is nice. At instant speed, you can put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this deck does have a sideboard, since we'll be doing a best of 3, and with it, it's pretty much got answers for stuff that's in the current meta. For spot graveyard removal, we have Soul Guide Lantern, a couple copies of those. Get Lost to get rid of an enchantment, planeswalker, or creature, which is helpful. Another Rest in Peace to shut the door on Reanimator decks. Disdainful Stroke, pretty broad as far as taking out something with mana value 4 or greater. A couple copies of Ajani, Outland Chaperone, and Elspeth Stormslayer. Those go pretty well together. Helps you out against a control deck or mid-range style decks. We have a couple copies of Clarion Conqueror that shuts down the Badger Mole Cub and or Earthbending any of the lands that would get extra mana when they tap. So that really shuts those down. And then if you're playing against a deck with a lot of artifact creatures or even a mirror match, Tashana's Tidebinder will shut down the activated or triggered abilities. Especially in the mirror match, this becomes helpful for taking out your opponent's Angs or Aven Interrupters. And then do have another copy of Avatar's Wrath in case you're going up against a really super heavy creature deck. And then 1 copy of Wan Shi Tong Librarian, which is pretty helpful. Flying Vigilance gives you a little bit of card draw, +1/+1 counter, and whenever your opponent searches their library, you can put a +1/+1 counter or draw a card on into your hand. So that's the deck. Make sure to stick around towards the end of the video. I'll break down what this deck costs in paper if you wanted to play it, or if you wanted to craft it on Arena, how many wild cards it would take. But so that's a breakdown of the deck. Let's go ahead and hop on the ladder and see how we do and see if we can get some wins with it. All right. Ooh. We'll keep this no land hand. Haha, no. It's a little better. Yeah, we'll keep it. And we'll put back in No More Lies, I think. Yeah, that gives us some diversity. And then 2 drop slot, and then we have 3. We just need 1 more land. We'll be okay for the early game. Alrighty. Ooh. I'll go ahead and pass there. Alright. Well, let's see what they're playing. There we go. It's our third land. And we'll go ahead and pass there. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and counter that. What'd they pay? 3? Okay. Alright. Sure. We'll get an island. Now we'll go ahead and pass there. Still not 3 steps ahead. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. The end of my turn. Sure. Oh, you're not. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pass there. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and let them have that. Omniscience. Okay. Makes sense now. So we're going to have to keep that at bay. We'll go ahead and pass. Looks like we'll probably be playing on their turn. At least until we get high noon. Okay, Avatar's Wrath. That's good too. All right, Voice of Victory. Okay, now we're going to start to get somewhere here. Go ahead and cast that. Go ahead and refute that, or even interrupt the refute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pass. What do they got in their graveyard? Omniscience, a lot of counter spells. Yuna, okay. This is a Bant style deck. Okay, so she's doing that with the Omniscience. Gotta airbend that card. I'll probably. Let's see. Ward 2. Play that. I think we'll go ahead and let's see. We have 4, 5, 9 mana available. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do a seam rip on. Oh, that has the mana value too. Darn it. It's a token. We'll go ahead and get rid of those like so. We'll pass. Yeah, it's just getting nuts now. We'll go to the next game. Alright, so they've got a lot of graveyard action. So we'll go ahead and put... gotta get rid of the enchantment. Put in Rest in Peace. Disdainful Stroke. Both of those. What else did they have? They had a lot of counter spells. Let's see. I think we'll put in Elspeth, a couple of Johnnies. There we go. Actually, do it like that. Yeah, I think that's good. See how that goes. And we'll be on the play. Ooh. Well, their deck's kind of slow. Go ahead and keep this. See if we can get on them early with the Voice of Victory and the Aven Interrupter. Okay. We'll go ahead and pass. Nice. Could have used that last game. Let's see here. Go ahead and attack there. And we'll do high noon. Okay. Go ahead and play that now. And we'll go ahead and attack here. And we'll pass. Go ahead and cast Enduring Curiosity. So we'll go ahead and attack here. Should be able to finish him off here. Nice. Yeah, sweet. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're good. We'll go ahead and keep going here. Yeah, we'll keep this. Let's see. Do that there. Not going to cast that because I want to be able to take out stuff from their graveyard, so. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we can get a Voice of Victory. Nope. All right. See if they let us resolve Enduring Innocence. Nice. Go ahead and attack there. Do another Voice. Nice. And we'll pass. We're going to blow up one of our lands. That's fine. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and attack here. We'll cast a Johnny.
You needn't face this alone. My allies stand strong.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and counter that. Nice. Alrighty. Nice. Then we'll go ahead and attack with everything.
Your size belies your bravery.
Then we'll go ahead and pass there. Holding this off until next turn, because I want to have mana up for Aang, in case I need him. Sweet. That was a good comeback win, considering how they dominated the first game. Okay, so we're just waiting for him to decide. Ooh, that's a lot of land. I don't like it. I think we'll get pummeled. A little better. We can put a land back too. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think we'll put back the passage. Alrighty. Go ahead and play that there. Alright. Go ahead and do the starting town, get that into play untapped. Play the Voice of Victory. Jeskai control, if I was to guess. Interesting. Paid 3 for that. Okay. Go ahead and attack there. And I think we'll go ahead and pass. Holding up the mana because if we have to, we can use Haven Interrupter. Kind of start to lay the groundwork for what we're going to do. Lightning Helix. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that exiled, unless they have another removal spell or a counter. That's a bummer. Nice job on their part. Alrighty. or what permanents they have. That's 3 mana anyway. I think we'll just go ahead and pass. Yeah, they're playing the control deck. Okay. We'll go ahead and play this. Alright, nice. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pass. What is that? Oh, nice. Okay. We can maybe exile that next turn. Maybe. Oh, that exiles too. Nice. Scorching Dragonfire. Alrighty. Now we'll go ahead and cast Seam Rip. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pass there. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I get back a 1-drop. Or 1 power, toughness. Okay. Go ahead and pass there. That was kicked too. Yeah, that's fine. If we can get a high noon, we can shut him down. And the reason why, well, I don't think I can keep up with him in a card draw spell race. Let's see here. Oh, nice. Fire magic. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pass the turn. I don't want him to have the card draw. Oh, but they wouldn't be able to, I guess. That's kind of a misplay there. Another Ang. Okay. We'll go ahead and... Let's see here. Go ahead and pass. I'm just going to take the damage here. Oh, no. Bummer. Hard counter. All right, we don't draw any gas here. We really need high noon. Yeah, that's it. Just gonna go ahead and go to the next game. Okay, what do we have? Tidebinders might actually work really nice. Same with Wong Chi. Good. Put that away. It's not going to have a lot of creatures. Well, it could. I think we'll also add Najani. Let's see what else. Add another Johnny. And Elspeth. Actually, we can cut down on the Avatar's Wrath. And we'll use a Get Lost. I think we're good there. We'll be on the play. You know, actually, this could be playable. A high noon could really shut them down. This will help against some of their early threats. Let's give it a shot. Do we slam the door on him now? Could work in our favor. Let's go ahead and play a little risky here. Ah, they got the seam rip. Bummer. That's fine, though.
Justice. Your size belies your bravery.
Okay. Oh, well. Got a lot of Flood Farm Verges here. I'll go ahead and spend one. Nice. Now we'll go ahead and attack here. Stock up. Nah. Kind of prevent that for now. Kind of want to keep them locked down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. That'll be good against their counter spells and their lightning helix. And we'll pass. Stock up, that's pretty good. See, that's 4 to activate. Yeah. Okay. And I'll go ahead and pass there. Sure. High noon. Nice. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the Blood Fitz Donner. Get a threat on the board. Try to lock him down at the high noon. Huh. Go ahead and attack there.
Danger surrounds us. Stay close. My allies stand strong.
Let's see here. Got a ways to go on Johnny's ultimate, but just keep pumping out the Kithkin. That's pretty good. Nice. All right. How do I want to do this? Could use the high noon and kill the Shiko. And get our own high noon back. Or could use Get Lost on the Shiko. Let's see here. But then they have a Get Lost that they could use on one of ours. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and... so I'm thinking... if they let us through with the attack, they've got to Get Lost in their hand. I think they're going to use that on a Johnny. In response, we could use Get Lost on their Seam Rip. We have a Spell Snare that we could use on their Get Lost as well. So we have some answers. All right. Okay.
Thank you for your aid.
I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll use Get Lost on their Seam Rip. Keep the game locked down. Alrighty, let's see. All right. I'm not gonna be able to kill him with the Airbend or Abandoned Air Temple and the High Noon. It's 1 mana short to pull it off. So I think what we'll do is put some counters on our guys and then okay. Yeah, they just timed out. Alrighty. So here we are. Let's go ahead and do a play first here. Ooh. This is a ideal hand. We'll definitely keep this. see what we're playing against. Go ahead and play that tap, though. Starting town. I'll go ahead and do Voice of Victory. Depends on what they do. Oh, cat. Oh boy. That'll be interesting. Okay. All right, I think we'll go ahead and attack here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pass. I think next turn, during our turn, we'll slap down High Noon if we can keep the Voice of Victory on the board and be able to even interrupt their spell. I think we'll go ahead and bring in Aang. I want to put a little bit of pressure on them. Okay. Go to attack here. And we'll slap down High Noon. Don't really mind if they get that helpful hunter out, but okay, that's Sky Knight. That's not bad. We're gonna go ahead and play that tapped. Already have red mana, so let's do blue. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and attack here. Now we'll go ahead and pass. That's pretty nice. But we're going to go ahead and flop that away. So now it costs 4 or 2. And they just scooped it. Alrighty. That works. Okay, so they definitely have an aggro deck. We'll go ahead and let's see here. We'll put in a Get Lost. Actually, we don't need another one of those. We'll go ahead and do it, Elspeth. I don't think the counter spells can do much because they've got Cavern of Souls. So we'll put in 2 Ajani. I think we're good there. Let's double check. Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Alrighty. No good there. Just 1 land. Get them all again. I guess we'll have to keep it. This could be a slow start. I don't want to go to 5. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and play that tapped. At least we have these. That'll buy us a little bit of time. If we get in a pinch. All right. Nice. Play it, Johnny. Get some
Danger surrounds us.
creature out.
Stay close.
Interesting.
Thank you for your aid.
That's pretty good. No blocks. Okay. That works. We'll go ahead and do another one of those. We'll go ahead and attack. Then we'll cast a Johnny after combat. So we could do an Aven Interrupter, but that wouldn't get the most out of our mana. So we'll go ahead and use do a Floodpritz Drowner if we have to on their turn. But for now, we'll cast a Johnny and then create a token. All right. Recast a Johnny.
You will not hurt my war.
Oh boy. Okay.
Your size belies your bravery.
There's the life gain for the Pride Mate, but that'll be short-lived. Well played. No blocks. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and attack with everything there. I'm going to go ahead. Avatar's Wrath. We'll save this one. Airbend everything else. That way we get our Flood Pits Drowner back. That's pretty good. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and pass there. Yeah, that's fine. Helpful Hunter, huh? I think I'm gonna go ahead. Keep them from drawing the card. Also makes their other Johnny's Pride Mate more expensive to cast. Let's see here. Go ahead and tap him down. Alright, so we have favorable combat too. Let's go ahead and attack with everything. Okay, go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and send this back to the library. Aang's iceberg. That works. Ah, here we go. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and attack here. And we'll go ahead and pass. Yeah, with threat of activation, that's why they didn't block. We could have used our air temple. Let's see here. Go ahead and we'll let that resolve. You can always airbend it because it can be used on creature or spell. Okay. All right. Now we'll go ahead and do some things. Nice. Seam rip. Alright, we'll go ahead and attack with everything. Probably could have done that a little differently last turn. Probably could have let them attack the Vanguard. And then airbend the Pride Mate to exile. Because I would have been able to block and kill the Vanguard. And the Pride Mate would have gone to exile, and then I would not have had to cast the Flood Pit's Drowner. So, just something I'll have to remember next time. Go ahead and give him some counters. And we'll go ahead and send that away. Pretty good. They have lifelink too. Oof. They're at 3. Okay. Well, we'll get the flyer out of the way and then attack for the win. Sweet. Nice, we got the sweep. That was a good one. All right, so that's the Azorius Tempo deck. Yeah, pretty fun to play. But I tell you this, things were tasting pretty salty there for a while there. You probably won't see it in the video, but I was getting the salty rope from my opponents quite a bit, where they just time out and make me wait. But I waited them out and got the win, so they conceded, or they just continued to make me wait. But I don't blame them. I'd get a little salty too playing against this deck, but it sure is fun to play, and it's pretty resilient when you're playing it. Like the interactions with the Aang and the Aven Interrupters are lead creatures, and slamming the door shut with High Noon, and then just kind of backing them up and reinforcing the concept with the Flood Pit's Drowner and Voice of Victory. And we had some decent card draw at times with the Enduring Innocence. And also from the sideboard, we're able to use a Johnny a couple times there too, make some things work. And then uh, also kind of clear the board when we had to using the Avatar's Wrath in that last round. So it's pretty fun deck if you're playing it. It's pretty resilient and it'll keep things interesting through the whole match. So that's the deck. Let's move over to Moxfield real quick and check out what this thing costs. Okay, so this is the deck in Moxfield. Here are all the cards, and if you want to go over the deck and check it out for yourself, as you can see, it's a pretty pricey deck for a standard deck. It's $437.48, and it uses actually, other than the basic land, it uses no commons, 16 uncommons, 46 rares, and 5 mythics if you want to craft it in Arena. But if you're able to do it, or if you already own the cards, have fun with it. It's a fun deck if you're playing it and stuff. Like I said, though, your opponents might get a little salty on you and kind of not want to play anymore after a few matches. So, but yeah, that's the matches, and that's the way the deck plays. It's pretty fun. If you get a chance to play it, I suggest you try it out if you're a fan of Azorius or you like tempo control. This is a little bit of everything: tempo aggro, tempo control. I think that's what really brought me to the deck and made me enjoy it. So, anyway, that's it for this one, everybody. Y'all take care, and y'all have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next time.